All right, so multiple bids or withholding offers, which are two common things that we're seeing happen a lot in the last 10 years, but more specifically the last 5. Holding offers is when a seller is posting their home for sale and is open for viewings, let's say on the Monday, and that, but they're not going to review offers until a certain set time and date. So let's say it's the Friday. So then there's a whole 5 days where people can show that property, look at it, and make some decisions as to whether or not they're going to make an offer. So that is being criticized as creating multiple bids or multiple offers.
As far as multiple offer situations when dealing with buyers, because our market and all of our markets close by are very, very hot right now, you know, we're finding ourselves more and more in multiple offer situations, especially at that intro level, you know, around the $250,000, $300,000 range mark. A lot of buyers are trying to get in. The inventory levels are very low. So, you know, the one thing I like to do is, you know, again, having that pre-approval in hand is very, very important, because the two biggest deal killers are financing and home inspection.
The alternative is that you list a property on the Monday and people are allowed to make an offer that same exact day. And if they're going to go about it that quickly, we're still seeing multiple offers happening. So let's say, perfect example, recently listed a property, listed it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it was open to the public. We had 3, 4, 5 showings booked before the end of the day and 3 offers registered by the end of that late afternoon. People are now having to make a decision in a tiny little time window as to how much money they're going to throw at a property in order to get it.
Number 2 is you could actually go through on another walkthrough, have a home inspector come through, do an hour walkthrough with you, make sure there's no major issues with the property, and potentially take that home inspection clause right out of the offer. Another thing I also like to do, and I get my buyers of course to do it on their behalf, but is to write a Dear Seller letter. At the end of the day, you know, a seller usually wants you know, a buyer to come in to buy a property that's very similar to them. You know, if it's a young family and they've, you know, raised their kids in there for 10 years, well, they want another family similar to them to come in and purchase that property. So, you know, 9 out of 10 times they're going to pick someone who does that. So if you can write a Dear Seller letter and connect with that seller, that's actually very, very strong in getting your accepted offer. Even if maybe you've went in a little bit less price than the other offer you're competing against, they might still take yours because they want you in their house. That's another big, strong factor that we use at the Zon team.
So that you have these 2 different elements that create these multiple offer situations. If it's the right house, the right price, it's going to likely sell for multiple offers regardless if you wait time or not.